Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Siobhan if you're new here. Today I'm going to be planning and doing a little bit of maybe rearranging and adding inserts, taking out inserts in my Louis Vuitton agenda. This is the size, which is also considered a personal size. I did make the switch over from using my Louis Vuitton Paul notebook cover to the agenda because I wanted to use a planner that was a little bit smaller, and I also missed the rings, being able to customize it, add and remove inserts. I have been using this planner for now 3 weeks and it's going really good. I'm really getting back in the groove of using a ring planner, and I am now using the notebook, the same setup that I previously had, as a journal and memory planner for basically what I was doing before. This is the GM, which is the large agenda. I use this to basically just jot down things while it's on my desk. I basically keep it open to whatever month we're in, and if something pops up throughout the day, I'll write it down. And also the kids and my husband can just walk in my office and look at this calendar if they're looking for anything specific. I was just trying to figure out a way to keep it in use so I don't feel like it's being wasted. It's absolutely not necessary to have it, but I already have it and I'm not going to sell it because these things are getting pricier by the month and it's a good investment piece to have. It may be worth more down the road, who knows? So I'm just going to clean off my desk a little bit. I did take out back this book. It's called The Energy Bus. It's one of my favorite books. It's a lot of information about life lessons and basically changing your output on life, and it can help you in your day-to-day life. So if you're looking for new books, pick that one up. It's also a good book if you're a leader of others. I was a leader of others for a few years, and it really helped me become a better leader for my employees. So the setup of the planner is almost the same. What I started doing was going through the planner and adding these little post-it notes with things that I need to do on specific pages or between specific sections. So for this one, it said pic of me and Lonnie. On this particular, it's like an acetate. I want to print a picture of her and I together at Disneyland because we have a really nice picture that I think is very cute, and I want to put just a picture of her and I there. So I'm using my HP sprocket. It's from Amazon. I purchased it probably 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago, and it's still going great. Along with the sticker paper is also HP sprocket brand, and you can purchase those on Amazon. One thing when you're printing pictures with the sprocket, it's good to make sure your pictures are edited properly, meaning they have good lighting, because the printer is not that great, but it helps when your pictures are good quality. So I'm using my tape runner. I got them from Amazon. I buy a whole bunch at a time because I use this a lot while I'm journaling. And the pink paper that I'm putting it on is from Simply Gilded. It's not sticky notes. It's like a notepad with just papers that look like that. It's very cute. It has like gold foil accent. For this page, I decided to add a future log with tabs, but I kind of changed my mind because I have a monthly section that I'm going to start filling in. So this is the month of March. I will fill in the remainder of the year once I get my sticky notes from a shop that I ordered from. I am now thinking if I actually place the order, I'm going to have to go through my email to see if I got the date dots that I think that I ordered. So I did slit the inserts so they can pop in and out without me having to open the rings. I've been doing this in my planners for a very long time. A lot of people in the planner community do this. If you use a ring planner, this is kind of like the best little hack, is to slit your inserts so you don't have to fully open the rings every time you need to write something down if you need to take the paper out. So these inserts are a week on 2-page. I did make them myself with Canva. And they felt a little bit small the first week. It kind of deterred me a little bit, but I realized that I like to write small. So once I started to really write in the handwriting style that I like, it worked out great. Once the second week came, I was a little bit more comfortable and I was able to use them without any problems. So it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on the first page, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is in the same column, vertical style. I have some lines at the top where I can write maybe important things for the week. The way how I use these inserts is I use the top section, maybe the top 3 to 5 lines, to list my meetings. And with this, I'm able to see firsthand in the morning what meetings I have for the day, instead of having to look through the entire day. It's just clear at the top. It's just to keep it a little bit more organized. I like doing it that way, and it's been going great. I also kept that method when I had the notebook, and I used to create my weekly inserts, my weekly layout. I would write my meetings at the top and then everything else at the bottom. So what I'm doing here now, I'm going through the creator section of my planner to write down the content ideas for the month. So this is for March. I recorded this video probably a week, 2 weeks ago, so it's a little old, but I still wanted to share me using my planner and just a typical day. This was a Sunday and I finished it on a Monday. This little card here is from Bloomingdale's. They have a section called Space NK where they sell like travel size items. So they had a setup for Women's Month, and they had these cards where you can write on. Of course, me being the stationery lover, I took a couple with me when I was leaving. So I'm thinking of a way to use these in my planner. Haven't really figured it out yet, but that's where these cards are from, and I was able to take 2 home with me. So the next thing I needed to do was to create a tab for the creator section. I took the tab out one day and I misplaced it, so I'm using these tabs. They're from Avery and very easy to use. They're removable. They come in clear, and then you can just use your label maker to make labels for it. So in this section, I am just working on the income section. Some of the information that I was adding in was being transferred from the old planner, because this was in the very beginning of me starting to use the planner. So I keep track of income, all sources here. This is not my 9-to-5 job. This is the personal business income. I keep track of it here. This way I can refer to it as needed, and it's readily available. And I also keep track of the campaigns that I have that are currently open, and I am waiting to get paid from a brand, or just me keeping track to make sure that that campaign is completed. I did my part, sent invoice and things like that. So I was kind of flipping back and forth between doing things, but this is just how I use the planner. I kind of jump around, do some planning, make things for it, look through the pages. It's sort of like refreshing the planner every time I'm using it. I did have little specific things that I had to do, and this is the reason why I had those sticky notes. So it kind of helped to kind of keep me making sure that I did what I had to do, and it makes the process easier. So this section is where I needed to start the gardening section of the planner. I haven't done that. I didn't do that yet. I did that actually the last thing that I did for the setup. But right now I am creating a tracker to track my open campaigns. I wanted to make one on my own, so I just took graph paper and write out the headings that I needed, and this way I can list campaigns that I want to keep track of. I use my Tombow brush pen. I forgot the pen color, but it's a pink, and I think it's if I'm not mistaken, I think it's either 800. It's a very pretty pink, not too bright. And here I'm just writing out some of the campaigns that are open, because in this planner it's basically an all-in-one. I have basically everything that I need to keep track of in one spot, so it's just a lot more convenient for me. This has been working for me for the past couple weeks, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm looking forward to carrying a lighter planner out with me during the summer months, so I'm really looking forward to that. And I was a fan of big planners, but maybe it's just a phase I'm going through. But If you feel like you want to try a different planner, go ahead and try it. You may like it more than what you do now, or you may miss something. Just give it a shot and see if you actually like it. So I'm just transferring over the rest of the income from the old planner and making sure that if there was income that I received and I didn't write it down, I left it blank, and then later on I went back and filled that in. The next thing I did was start working on the label title for that removable label that I use. These labels are removable. What I find is that if they're positioned onto something for a while, it does leave a residue. So just keep that in mind. And that's really annoying because let's say you have it on a dashboard, then you remove it. Then the page before the dashboard is going to get stuck when you turn it. So that to me is a pet peeve, and I hate that. So I try not to move my tabs once I have them installed. So when I make my labels with the Brother P-Touch, I get the tape that is clear. This way when I'm putting them on the label, it doesn't have the white around it. You can do that if you like, but for me, I prefer stickers with a clear back as well as my tabs. Unless I want white tabs, this is just how it's going to be. The next thing I did was start to work on the garden section of the planner. So I made a garden dashboard freebie. It's on my blog. Just go to thiswellplannedlife.com, click on freebies, and download the dashboard for your specific planner size. I did make multiple sizes this time. I'm getting better with doing that. It's a lot of work, but I have something for almost everyone, every style planner. And if you do not see your specific planner, I apologize, but you can always change the scale and print it to fit your planner. So that yellow paper is from Michaels. I'm going to use that as an overlay over my dashboard so it can have some type of look to it. I felt that the yellow was so spring-like, and it was also on clearance for about 25 cents. I guess Michaels, they're going through maybe a revamp. I'm hoping they're bringing in new papers because most of their papers were on sale. So since my planner is very specific, the size, the inserts, I should say, I made my own size. Mine is 3.7, no, actually mine is 6.75. I kept the height, but my width is 4.2 and 4.1 actually. And this is just a little bit wider than the standard personal size insert. If you make your own, or if you buy personal wide, you can trim it down a little bit on the edges if there is space to trim, and it will fit a lot nicer than the full personal wide. I've seen people use the personal wide, but to me it's too much on the pen loop. That's the problem. It's the pen loop in this planner that is a problem. But if the pen loop wasn't there, I think the personal wide would fit perfect. But that was my little pet peeve with personal size inserts. There were two. I didn't like that. I hate the way it's shaped. I'm going to put it out there. I hate the way it's shaped. So I hope that this little extra couple centimeters is going to help. And it has been helping because I like to look at it more. So then I punched a hole, printed it. I always print my inserts dashboard on the highest quality that my printer can print on. For a regular dashboard, I use 32-pound paper, 98 bright, and for that was for inserts. And then for the dashboard, I use Canon Photo Matte paper. It prints gorgeous, but it prints best on one side. It doesn't print good on the opposite side because it's a photo paper. So this is how I use my planner. I just go through it, do inventory, add and remove stuff, plan, and I just make it a part of my daily routine. I hope you like this video. There will be more planning videos to come now that I'm so comfortable in this. I will be sharing a lot more. If you're new here, welcome, and thank you so much for watching this video. Hit the subscribe button if you can, and I will see you next time.